Hey everybody, Steve Bergen here, and I'm going to try to give you an overview of this 5-day workshop that we called Summercore. It began in 1985 when a guy from Groton School suggested that we take our program and offer it to teachers around the country. It goes for 5 days, and here's an approximate agenda for each day. We change it each time based upon what feedback we get from the survey form. So this is from a few years ago, and this is the overview of Monday. I will not read stuff out loud because that's my pet peeve, is reading stuff from any kind of slideshow out loud. Each day is different and very special at Summercore. Our goals are to energize people, to teach people skills, and to get them to work collaboratively with each other. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all about skills. If you read the quotes on the left, you will see that it works for heads of school, it works for computer tech people, it works for novices, and nobody believes me. Nobody believes us that this can work for such a wide variety of people, but it does because we, 1, split people into JV and varsity and thirds. 2, we talk about skills as well as philosophical issues. At the end of Wednesday, everybody makes a decision on what their project's going to be. And we kind of wrap this into what we call the Summercore Carnival. And Thursday is, if you look at this, primarily a carnival prep day, where groups of 2 or 3 people work together preparing for this event on Friday, which we call the Summercore Carnival. They can be working on an iMovie, they can be working on an iPad app, they can be working on a blog or a wiki. There's all sorts of topics, and we give those choices at the end of Wednesday, having built people's skills on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at JV, varsity, and thirds levels. Summercore works for everybody. Friday, the carnival goes for 2 hours. We have people from the outside come, and it's very exciting. We've put together this book, which is our Summercore primer, and I'll show you the table of contents shortly. But this book contains lots and lots of information. We work at it constantly. It's been revised so many times in the 30 plus years since we started this. One of the chapters of the book, one of my favorite chapters, is called Humanware. Summercore is not just about hardware and not just about software, but it's what we call humanware. And humanware are the philosophical issues that are actually more important than what hardware and software you have. Humanware principle number 1, you know this. Computers don't save time, they consume time. And that makes it frustrating for teachers who have limited time. Principle number 2, really, really important, is that a computer is more like a violin than a blender. A computer is an instrument of sorts, and you can't just do a quick on and off with training somebody. You need to come back and answer questions and teach people more stuff. Absolutely, a computer is something that requires pedagogy. It requires training. It requires patience with people who are not that tech savvy, and it requires engagement and excitement. And this principle has been part of what we've been doing at Summercore for years and years, trying to increase the proficiency in all sorts of skill levels. The skills we choose on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are based upon the direction from your school, from administrators, together with the results of the survey form when we poll the people who are attending. This is kind of interesting. Back in 1983, I was hired to try to answer this question: do the use of computers foster cooperative ventures? This question remains in 2014 and beyond as an important question for us to talk about. We have roundtables, discussions, and we try to get everybody talking on a daily basis. So it's not a lecture format, it's very much a collaborative format in terms of Summercore. We try to emphasize that learning things on a computer, Macs, PCs, iPads, what have you, is not easy. Again, more like a violin than a blender. And you can actually talk about apps, although it's kind of a Summercore joke, that apps are G, which are generally straightforward and easy, or PG, personal guidance, right, is appreciated, R, really difficult, and NC-17, which I sometimes joke means you need a child under age 17 in order to figure it out. A lot of Summercore has been influenced by people like Joseph Weizenbaum from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, who always challenged us to say, are computers really helping, right? Are we just doing computers because they're keeping up with the Joneses and keeping up with the next independent school? Or are we doing computers because we're convinced that they make a difference in the education of kids? Issue about homework and integrity, honesty, doing the right thing is really, really important to us at Summercore, and it's one of the issues that we will raise with you, and it's important for all of us to think about. There'll be a roundtable discussion. This is the little talk I gave back in 1983, and to the extent that any of you believe the independent school world has a special leadership role in education, it's even more incumbent on you to proceed in the 80s to get involved, to lead, and do it well. Professional development is important, and Joseph Weizenbaum said this many years ago, and that's pretty much what we've been doing. We've been on a mission. We've worked with over 130, 140 schools. We've had about 4,000 people come to Summercore. You've seen quotes, or you will see quotes. People appreciate this combination of using skills and increasing skills at different levels, as well as having philosophical discussions about pedagogy and about computers, for better or for worse. People appreciate that. So we've named our book, this is a table of contents. It's online, you can peruse it. The primer on hardware, software, and humanware. These are some pictures from what has become part of the shtick at Summercore, which is we give out $33 for anyone or the one person who can answer these 33 questions. These 33 questions get revised every year. They're on page 140. And who is that? That is somebody named Drew at Horace Mann, who won the $33 holding the Larry Bird doll. And he answered all 33 questions in 5 minutes. And we give that to somebody. These are not necessarily easy questions, but they're core questions. And we practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's homework at Summercore. And ultimately, on Thursday, the day of the prep for the carnival, somebody wins $33, always. Okay, some pictures Friday morning. The carnival's about to begin. We get festive. We get school-like about this. We get people to dress up, to do skits. There's Preston on the right-hand side about to sing a song. He wrote for Summercore. 3 teachers in the middle created a wiki booth so that you could learn about wikis when you come to their carnival booth. And there are people on the left who are doing a skit announcing their Summercore. So Summercore is an experience. I'm trying to make this video to convey to you some of the excitement of it, but it's very hard to do. People know it after they've been through it. Summercore Workshop is 5 days, pretty intensive. We call it a marathon, and it's all about core, C-O-R-E. We want to pass to you all at your school the skills, the enthusiasm, the computer know-how and know why not, the balance, the perspective, the philosophical issues. We want to pass the ball to you. All right? Steve Bergen signing off. Please call me or email with questions. Bye, everybody.